Reckless talk. Son of a justice. Hey, reckless talk, but I got expensive habits. Don't step in soul. I'm a real one, check my fabric. Hey, I said reckless talk, but I got expensive habits. Don't step in soul. I'm a real one, check my fabric. Look at my fabric, out of this atlas, I point way. I got a passion mixed with action, boy, don't play. Look at my fabric, out of this atlas, I point way. I got a passion mixed with action, boy, don't play. Look at my fabric, way. Mixed with action, play. Out of this atlas, way. I got a passion, yeah, play. I got a passion, full static, ready on go. Don't let it unfold. Beast mode, if you're ready, let's roll. Feeling like this, you never get in my zone. That's me, man, I'm standing on my own. Man, we ain't one of the same, one of the ways I do this all on my own. I'm back in my zone again, no way can I hold it in. Look at me when I'm growing them. I'm the OG cold and I'm cold defend. From the west to the east when I'm blowing it, I'm showing them how to make moves again. Look at me, I don't break rules again. I'ma go drop rules for them. Show them how to win, not lose again. Whoa, look at the way that we walk, it's a habit. Look at the fabric, all of it lavish. They say I'm sleeping, but where is the mattress? I don't believe him, I hear him, I'm gasping. Look at the way that we walk, it's a vibe. All in the eyes, you see the vibes. I've been expensive since I was 5. I'm telling no lies, hey, reckless talk, but I got expensive habits. Don't step in soul. I'm a real one, check my fabric, hey. I said reckless talk, but I got expensive habits. Don't step in soul. I'm a real one, check my fabric. Look at my fabric, out of this atlas, I point way. I got a passion mixed with action, boy, don't play. Look at my fabric, out of this atlas, I point way. I got a passion mixed with action, boy, don't play. Look at my fabric, way. Mixed with action, play. Out of this atlas, way. I got a passion, play. It's dark and hell is hot. Never know when it might stop. Christ coming back soon, make the sky pop. Writing on the wall, and I put that on my life. Weight of the world on his back, homie, that is light. People wildin' over text, I am not the type. First time he came back, it happened overnight. Hands folded, I'm praying to the sky. No one God can hear me, I wait on his reply. Even on the day when I don't hear nothing, I know he's plotting something, and that's why. Keep it coming. I say nothing. No, we running. And God we trust.
I can rock this for my dad, so every word that I spit is golden. Ayy, rocking the bell, serving you L's. You know we locked and loaded. This is my moment, I'm gonna own it, but I drive it like it's stolen. Running through these lights. Yeah, I got to keep it rolling. I'm gonna put my life in your hands, so I know I'll always be free. I let these demons aim for my head, cause they know they live at my feet. And we know these dudes is always gon' hate for what your son can do on the beat. They look at my flaws and pray for my fall, but I ain't losing no sleep. Feeling this flight with the hope that I really got the whole squad with me. And I wanna make a million. My Air Force Ones feeling real, presented with my kind of day once. And it's awesome, ain't no stops on this grind, man. Y'all already know, but I ain't never in a rush, so I'ma cook this slow, eh?
Keep it coming. I say nothing. No, we running. And God we trust. Keep it coming. I say nothing. No, we running. And God we trust.
I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get a no call and quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets, yeah. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all of this. You better move, you might get knocked out. 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 My heart on my sleeve, stress, shit on my greed. That's how I get it. Success ain't no given. Some days I don't eat, I don't sleep. When I'm focused, I'm dangerous. They don't wonder when I'm anxious. Ain't no limit till I tank. I'm running on fumes. The opposition don't amaze. The roads racing through the pavement. Get your hands out of my bag. I know that's because I've been in it. I don't need to brag. I guess that's what happens when you taking care of your business. But some family, you do the math. I'm out of my pocket. Houston, we got a problem, man. Perfect, let them watch me. Elevating, got them nauseous. Cause I'm the pilot in the cockpit. Nose diving in the house. And woo, woo. Watch how I get ahead. Watch how I get ahead. Watch how I get ahead. Woo, woo. Watch how I set it up. Bet you I shut it down. Watch how I get away. I don't think they really wanna come against the one that got a finger run up in on a grenade. I ain't never been there when you think you can pay. I'm a line, but the one up on the cage. I need all the wins. Yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get a no call and quits. Yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets. Yeah. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all of this. You better move, you might get knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out.
If I ever took it, I'll made it pay. Told the dogs that we gon' get it, that's a fact. They counting on me, I can't let my people down. Standing tall, 10 toe to the ground. If I ever took it, I'll made it pay. Told the dogs that we gon' get it, that's a fact. They counting on me, I can't let my people down, yeah. Standing tall, 10 toe to the ground.
Hey, I was eating those free lunches, now I'm paying from these rats. I've been spazzing here lately, they done told me just relax. They been sleeping on the boy, I don't ever take no naps. Got that rubber band flow, they just told me I done snapped. And I'm going in further than they ever thought of. What they trying to talk to me, I told them not of what. I've been up on it, I swear that I'm coming, they killing me. Don't want to smoke, I got firewood. I've been a moving, ayy, I cannot lose it, ayy. I swear I'm glowing up, now I illuminate. Yeah, this year I'm blowing up. No exceptions. I've been going in. Check the expressions. I swear lately you can feel it now. I got them stressing. Tell them all. I swear I got the answers. Just keep them guessing. Yeah.
Look, I don't got the time to kick it with you. You don't really see the bigger picture. From the side where they wait for you to fail, then you go and prove them wrong. Now they swear they knew you well. We ain't friends, nah, I don't do the fake. Keep a black pair of Timbs on, watching for the snake. Bruce Wayne through the city, gotta watch it for the J. 12 trying to keep me cuffed, I don't really do the dates. I been jugging up for nothing, I ain't never had a job. Young and getting to the business, we ain't never had a ride. I don't even gotta say it, they already know the game. Never switch up for the fame, makes a change and I ain't changed. Young Mitchell. If I ever took it, I done made it pay. So the dogs that we gon' get it, that's a fact. They counting on me, I can't let my people down. Standing tall, 10 toes to the ground. If I ever took it, I done made it pay. So the dogs that we gon' get it, that's a fact. They counting on me, I can't let my people down, yeah. Standing tall, 10 toes to the ground.
I ain't waiting for nobody just to tell me I can. I leave the hate in the bleachers, I take offense when I can. Treat the beat like a reaper and tell them stick to the plan. Cost of reaching for mine and leaving nothing for them. Yeah, ticking time bomb. You should listen when I'm speaking, wishing for my downfall. Too dismissive, it's my disses, ayy. I see through the fake, ayy. I don't stay in place, ayy. You should take your chances, ayy. Just don't block my plate. Bet we here for the taking. I thought I told them be patient. They want the music to make them. They breaking rules for the clout. Left them clueless and clouds. No longer losing it now. Hop in the coupe and we out. We making moves for the town. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, 다들 하지 뻔한 이야기, her brain fried. My lady poppin' Zenny, other lady popping Molly, why she waiting on me? 여기 나의 area, 여기 my area. Keep on heading if you want, I drive it like you know. I don't wanna hear you, 지겹잖아 이제 넌 like I'm Bango, cutting my hair. I just keep going though, 소신껏 날 믿고 I fly non-stop. Kelly에서 뉴욕 구름 위로 hop on, drive out and riding birds, honeyberry counting gobs. I do what I wanna do, 그게 나의 문의원. 너넨 꿈꾸지 말만 많지, just do it. Like Nike, just do it. Get to know me and I'm at flow. got 잡은 눈이 분위기는 chill. Fendi snakes on my belt, yeah I'm feeling first class. Yo, don't cash flow. Ooh, pop it on my glass. Ooh, pop that pass. Ooh, smoke that gas, cash play, blackjack. Monkeys on my pick. 100, 200, multiply. Dollar sounds my lullaby. My come and never sleep on me. Eyes on my chain, 숙여 너의 고개를 what you looking at fool. 너의 눈 허리 멍청했고 find your papa from another year. I go low like undercover, yeah. Wanna know my name, 죽지 않은 일은 위에 부어버려 기름 gas. You can even guess me, cause I'm baby. High low 확실해, not like maybe. Baby, let me welcome to my palace. Tatiana Alice, you just keep on wondering. You just keep on wonder, Tatiana Alice, but I know your memory. I just stop a bin, then you have been. 나는 걸어 Boeing 747, I get weak, get ready. Like I wanna get in late, 준비해 빨리. We ain't got a lot of time, man, wavy night. Jameson hit the rock bottom. 잃어버린 정신머리들, yeah, got 'em, yeah, shot 'em. 모든 problems, 언제까지 기다려야 할래, now gone, yeah.
Honestly, I don't know who the fuck to trust. Is she my friend or my foe? I'm off the exit drove. Yeah, she give me that claim as well. I remember back when I was younger, I was happy. Nowadays feel like no one understand me. I'm good at artists, still on Bob, Bambi. Baby, see yellow text. She wanna eat me like candy. Run up the racks, track me. I'll run up the racks like an athlete. Big fat, she run the dick, 6 flat. Ballin' like, think, told her I love her. I ain't really mean that, yeah.
Nowadays these people like funny. Remember way back she was love. These bitches sneaky can't cover. I got 4 hoes to control. I remember. Remember I was selling dog food, no kibbles, just to get me some thriller. Remember I was really on the block like Tetris, just to get me some shit.
Surfing, rock in the parking lot, my weed louder than like the game of life. I be on her mind like non-stop, yeah. Had to cut the little thought, no tomahawk. Remember smoking blunts with my friends. Sex a couple of days, yeah, lost a lot to the fan. That's the shit got me upset, but at 8, then I finally thought, yeah, I'm funky with side. 4-4, I'm a zombie. This the girl, but she on it. These little boys think I'm cocky.
Pop it, like Mary Poppins. Yo, bitch, still like an eyes, smoking on killer, I ain't a coffee. My bitch, drip like Mary Poppins. Yo, bitch, still like an eyes, smoking on killer, I ain't a coffee. Nowadays these people are friendly. Remember way back she was love. These bitches sneaky can't cover. I got 4 hoes to control. I remember.
I'm 100 and I'm getting it. Como lomo, luxury. I'm a niger up in this. When I turn up, you know I'm on my. Yes, I'm on my. Yes, I'm on my. I am so. Yes, I am so. I'm on my. Hours on my job, mate. Grinding so hard, keeping up the work rate. Swerving through the board till I checkmate. Hopping the level till I reach the skyscraper. I'm so high right now. The smell of success got me so lean right now. Tracks upon tracks, I got them stacked up now. I try to tell them no, you're wrong, they wanna act up now. How would you? Happy shit, on fait for you. J'en fais for you. Happy, Hakini, Wafishi, T.O.Y. Fais la terre. I'm 100 and I'm getting it. Como lomo, luxury. I'm a niger up in this. When I turn up, you know I'm on my. Yes, I'm on my. Yes, I'm on my. I am so. Yes, I am so. I'm on my. I'm on top of my job. job like I'm sleeping. But I gotta wake up, cause if you're sleeping, haters keep on tripping on me, cool, I got some visas for you. If you're dogging me, that's okay, I got some season. And one half for that main course. Hit the track like a racehorse. Grind hard like a skateboard, and we ride hard to a stage. Twist bouncing, 4 families, 6 hustles, 8 jobs. Grind hard till we make more. Come on, spend the dough till we make more. Diamonds on the wrist, that's the arm way. Me and Como in the kitchen with that hardware. If they talking 2016, Rich 32 voice, oh yeah.
I'm 100 and I'm getting it. Como Loma, luxury. I'm when I drop in this. When I turn up, you know I'm on my. Yes, I'm on my. Yes, I'm on my. I am so. Yes, I am so. I'm on my.
I'ma get it, you know I be on the way. Yeah. You know I be on the way. Man on a mission, I'ma get it, you know I be on the way. Yeah, it's all hard, ain't no fear here. You ain't giving it to all, you steer clear. Never beat, I've been down and I reappear. You got some money on the line, you better put it here. Rolling in and doing that work. Check priorities, I'm doing that first. Checks big and I'm sure that hurts, but it's checkmate. We ain't selling short, know the work. Ain't nowhere to hide. You ain't gotta see me come and keep me on your mind. Cause I be on the way. Yeah. You know I be on the way. Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on the way. Yeah, man, we coming for them things that they said I couldn't have. Get the team. I got a vision for the things you ain't believe. And here's the motto, hard work this over everything. It's that comeback. I'm calling plays, hit the pass, then the run back. Yeah, I'm far ahead and gotta run last. But we ain't letting up, we never done that. Ain't nowhere to hide. You ain't gotta see me come and keep me on your mind. Cause I be on the way. Yeah. You know I be on the way. Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on the way. Yeah. I'm on the way. On the way. On the way. Yeah. On the way. I'm on the way. I'm on the way.
I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, I'll set them on a chase. I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, I'll set them
another
on
one
a
being you're just milking it. He said he's gonna knock my ass out. Oh, bro, you would do shit to me.
He gets it over! Oh my God!
Taking a break from social media. I need to work on my cardio. I do want to box.
I want to box with Deji. I want to box Deji so bad. We've been like, I think
that'd be a good fight.
Fight Alex. He's just a waste man. I'm here to redeem myself, and that's the plan.
Hello and welcome
to Show Star Boxing. We are just 1 hour away from our incredible pay-per-view beginning. This is the pre-show. This is where we get hyped, we get excited, we tell you all the stories you'll be looking forward to later tonight. Let me tell you who I'm with. First of all, I'm Andy Shepherd. Great to be with you tonight. To my side, I have David Alorca, who's going to be in the crowd tonight, getting the lowdown, talking to all the celebs you got. You got a lot of celebs here tonight.
Hey, listen, there's going to be loads of celebrities in attendance, loads of YouTubers in attendance as well. And you know what I'm saying? Fill us in with all the questions you have, and I'll make sure I hit them up. It's been an absolutely epic week, and I cannot wait to get this all started.
Also joining me, boxing sensation, Vidal Riley. Vidal, great to have you with us.
Hey, those sort of introductions, that's what I need more often. Listen, I'm excited to be here. There's some big fights on today, some bad blood in there today, and I can't wait to commentate it alongside my guy who I know you're about to introduce.
Yeah, let me introduce him. Okay, we've got someone who helped start this entire, should we call it influencer boxing, Joe Weller. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, look, I can't wait for this one. I've been seeing all week what you guys have been doing, you know, with the press conference and the open workout. It's been electric. It's been fiery. You know, there's not a single fight that I don't think has 50-50 energy about it. It's, you know, anyone can win in each bout, I believe. So, yeah, looking ready for this exciting show.
Yeah, a lot of great fights, a lot of great stories leading into those fights as well. Let's take a look what our card is made up of tonight. So coming up tonight, yeah, we got a stacked card. You see it there. Top of the bill, of course, it's Deji versus Alex Wasabi, a fight many years in the making, one that's really grown a heat throughout this week. Also our co-main event, one that's many people are saying could steal the show tonight. It's King Kenny versus FaZe Temper. Also a whole plethora of other fights we're going to step you through here tonight. So gentlemen, let's start breaking down this card, shall we? So one of our first fights is one that may well be one of the most entertaining from a build-up point of view. We've got Salt Papi versus Halal Ham. Now, David, let me start with you, because you've been doing the open workouts, the press conferences, and I'm not sure I've ever seen any fighter attend a whole fight week and not say a single word, but Salt Papi has. Tell me about that guy.
Absolutely. Listen, it's been getting underneath Halal Ham's skin invariably. Do you know what I'm saying? It's been itching at him, and it's funny. Even in the world of professional boxing right now, you've got a fighter called Dillian White who hasn't shown up to the press conference, and it's also getting underneath a certain other boxer's skin, a Tyson Fury skin, and that's exactly what we see happening here in the world of Show Star Boxing. This fight is incredibly intriguing. It's incredibly exciting because you know you saw Salt Papi earlier in the week. Really good technique out there on the pads. He can move. He can float. You know, you've seen his feet over there. He was dancing all throughout the week as well.
Well, with that, let me ask you about that. We were seeing Salt Papi here on the pads. What do you make of his footwork? He's a dancer. Is that going to help him in there tonight?
Listen, if he can dance correctly, it will help him. I don't know about the side shuffles and the criss and crosses, but if he can keep balance and throw his punches correct, it could be a good thing.
And Joe, let me ask you here about Halal Ham, someone who was trying to get into under the skin, shall we say, of Salt Papi. I'm not sure if he's done it, but he does have, let's say, the size advantage here tonight. Is that size going to help him?
So he's got size, and he's actually got a lot of experience. Okay, so when he was younger, he used to do a lot of boxing. He then, obviously, as he got older and started getting into the digital world, sort of let all of that go. But a lot of people don't realise that this guy isn't a newbie to this sport. So I think he's going to implement that experience. I think he's going to use his size, use his weight. Obviously, Salt Papi, I think he's going to do the same. But, in my opinion, Halal Ham will have this, I think.
Well, we're seeing here, well, we just saw there the confrontation, the face-offs from yesterday. You can tell a lot from that, and we'll talk more, because I think as a lot of these competitors have gone through fight week, emotions have changed. They've realised they're getting closer and closer to fight night. So let's move on to our next fight. Another one which is, well, it might be one of the most heated fights on this entire show. It's Stromedy versus Austin Spritz. Now, let's look at these two. A lot on the line in this one, okay? There are houses. I think Stromedy's put both his houses. He reckons he's got two houses worth $2 million each on the line. Austin says, yeah, I'll sign over my Porsche if I lose. David, what have you made of these two? Two big characters this week.
Two absolute characters, and two guys who are not afraid to put it all on the line, as you said earlier on. I don't know if that contract has been signed yet.
Yeah, I think we need to find out before this fight begins. Have they signed this, well, big contract?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that has added to the intrigue of this fight. That's added to the buzz, the excitement, and added to the reason as to why loads of fans want to see exactly what's going to go down between these two.
Now, Vidal, we're seeing some open workout footage here, Stromedy on the pads. Yeah. Anything you can read from that?
Well, you know, to be honest, this is the first time I've heard of both guys. They definitely entertained me yesterday at the weigh-in. Looking at the pads, it looked like he was trying to get his technique down in front of the audience, which is not the ideal thing, but that is truthfully what I just saw. And
there we see Austin Spritzer. And Joe, I think Austin was quite a late arrival here to the UK, so not only competing with his opponent time, but also potentially jet lag.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I think add to that the atmosphere of an actual fight. You know, these guys can spar all day long and you know, get success. But once you get here under the lights with the crowd, it's a different story. And it's, you know, across the card tonight, it's going to be interesting to see how everyone deals with that.
And these guys, of course, are so used to public attention. They've all got huge followings, but making that walk, it's something different. I think it's going to come in really into play in some of our later fights. But that another fantastic fight coming up, and we see here the weigh-ins. And look here, wait, David, are your shoes, did your shoes get wet?
Yeah, listen, my shoes tasted a little bit of water. There was a little bit of drip on my drip last night. I'm telling you that for sure.
Not too much drip on the drip. They were, you know, they were all clean. But look, hey, that's an exciting fight coming up. And we see here, I think we're going to see here, something that happened yesterday at the weigh-ins. Stromedy continuing just to rile up Austin. Look at this. He's saying there, I'm going sloth hunting. I think he's insinuating that he thinks Austin is slow. Also, I think he's just trying to annoy him. And he certainly has. That Austin has been riled up. You see the look on Austin's face there. And also, I think we might... Also, Stromedy has tried to remove the trousers of Austin Spritz on several occasions this week.
He has done indeed. He has on every occasion that he's been on the same stage with him.
He hasn't quite been able to do it. So if he wins tonight, do you think Vidali may well try and keg him in the ring?
You know what? It's a possibility. If we're going off probability, then he might try again tonight, even with the gloves on.
Anything can happen here tonight on Show Star Boxing. That's another one of our fights coming up tonight. Will someone get two houses? Will Austin get two that's huge. That's $4 million of houses.
I almost threw myself into the ring as well.
I'd go in there for
that. You're not the only one, bro. I'm telling you now.
Vidal's just had a fight, but I think you're ready to step in there. Joe, I mean, it's been a while since you've stepped in, but for two $2 million houses?
That's the thing. I think, like, you know, the second you get the US involved, it always goes up a notch. You know, the cars, the everything. And if it's going more and more that way, I think we'd do a tag team match or something.
Well, we just saw there the drip on the drip. It all kicked off, and look, luckily it didn't kick off because we want to see them fight here tonight, and they're going to happen later tonight here in Wembley. Let's take a look at our next fight. These are the first two fights.
Oh my days.
And this is what we've had.
I told you I'm excited.
Let's take a look at our next fight. We have got, Pretty Boy. Pretty Boy, is that our next fight? I think it is. This fight was only made literally 24 hours ago. Anthony Taylor was supposed to be actually joining us here as a pundit to take us through the fight. We had a fight drop out earlier in the week. He was like, hey, I'm flying across on Friday. I'll jump in. He is fighting the Mellow Fellow. Again, a late addition to this. Pretty Boy does have experience. He is a training partner of Jake Paul. So, David, what do you make of this contest and the presence of someone who's as charismatic as Pretty Boy?
Listen, he absolutely loves it. He knows what the show is all about, and that's what I love about it. Though he hasn't been here for the previous days of Fight Week, he brought the energy, he brought the excitement, he brought the entertainment that was necessary for a show like this, and I think he's really going to entertain these fans.
And Vidal, look, you're a pro, you know what it's like to step in there. When you step in there on such short notice, that's got to be a hindrance for both these competitors.
For sure. You know, the people that love to fight, they're willing to make those sacrifices. That's what these two guys have done to save the show. It will affect the performance, of course, because they haven't prepped for each other, but I still expect to see two fighters with experience put on a good show.
And Joe, look, the Mellow Fellow, he is the local fighter. He's not had to take that transatlantic fight. If you've got to give the upper hand to either of these two, is the lack of that 12-plus hour flight going to be the difference maker?
I mean, you'd think so, but saying that, Pretty Boy, you know, he's been on the Jake Paul card, he's been here, he's done it. Experience is so valuable in this. So, you know, looking at that confidence, well, Geezer with his top off versus Geezer in a rain mac. I don't know about that, but like, it should be an interesting one.
I've never seen someone wear a rain mac.
It's the weigh-in as well, isn't it?
But Anthony Taylor, also a former MMA fighter, fought on Bellator, fought on Bama in this very arena. So, he's used to making the walk, and he's someone who just adores the limelight. So I don't think he's going to feel any jet lag going into that fight. An exciting one. We'll see if the Raymac comes out later tonight. Our next fight, let's take a look at what is coming up next. This one is, again, I say this fight's a heated fight. These have all really heated up throughout this entire week. Our next fight up is DK Money versus Ryan Taylor. This one, again, I think yesterday, David, at the weigh-ins, we really saw would it be nerves or would it just be that 24 hours from a fight really come to fruition?
I'd say it's the 24 hours before a fight come to fruition. Ryan had enough of the talking. You see what I'm saying? Earlier on in the week, he was giving the Conor McGregor, he was giving it the full-on energy. And yesterday, he was just like, I'm done with the talking. I've been talking enough. I'm ready to get in that ring and show DK Money what it's all about.
We're seeing some action here from the open workouts, and look, Vidal, we know that Ryan is training with the likes of Kane Musa, a very well-experienced competitor, but also here DK Money, another competitor that did come in late to the UK. This could be an hindrance to him.
It could affect his performance. And looking at the footage here, he's got quick hands. He's looking sharp on the pads. He's a southpaw, nice sidestep there. So he looks like he's been putting in work in the gym. I'm excited to see DK tonight.
How much can you tell from an open workout, though? Are people trying to hide things there?
You can't tell too much. You can tell like natural rhythm, fluidity in movement, stuff like that, reflexes, but nothing with a person in front of you can replicate that.
We'll look over here, Joe, at the weigh-ins from yesterday, and here is DK Money. As I said, looks a little like the week maybe starting to get on him, and then look, Ryan was very braggadocious throughout this week, very much more focused. And Joe, should this be how he is, just 24 hours from a fight, focused on what's to come?
Well, it's all interpretation really, because he may look focused, or this may be a way that he's trying to, deal with anxiety or nerves or stress. So you don't know, that far out. I mean, how many days out was that? Was that
this is yesterday?
That was yesterday. I mean, even in 24 hours, if you've just got adrenaline pumping through you,
just watch
that can drain you.
Just watch this. This interaction here, I think, said a lot.
What's been said?
I think just the body language here. Look, Ryan trying to get into his head.
Yeah.
And you see DK Money there. Look on his face is that he knows a fight's coming. I can't tell if that's nerves or if that's just, again, this week really piling up on him.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that's the thing. Everyone has a different way of dealing with it. Some try to be laid back. Some try to really take in the crowd and interact with the crowd. Some are just head down, focus. So it's interesting. This is a first for a lot of these guys. So how are they going to deal with it? I can't wait to find out.
Before we move on, let's talk about your fight. What did it feel like for you when you first made that walk to the ring?
Yeah, mental. I mean, I hadn't slept the night before. I just couldn't sleep. I was so gassed. I was really excited. And then obviously, the next day, I don't know if you've had it where you're really excited about something and you're not hungry, you can't stomach a lot. So I couldn't stomach a lot, and then I actually threw up before I came out. So it was not a good series of events. And then you make that walk and you're like, right, there's no turning back now. I'm ready. I don't care what's happened before. I'm ready. But either you truly are or you're not.
Yeah, and Vidal, you made the walk multiple times.
Yeah.
How much can you tell about an opponent when you're looking at them as they make their way to the ring?
Well, a lot of communication is not verbal, and you have to really value that in the sport of boxing and read off your opponent's energy. From a ring walk, you can tell a lot. At that point, it's maybe too late. You should be noticing these things earlier in the week. But body language is a key thing in sport in general. And, yeah, I see that tonight.
What can these guys be doing now, these competitors be doing now? Literally, this card starts in the next 30 minutes. Some of these fights are a few hours out. What can they be doing now to best prepare themselves?
Put themselves in the most relaxing position as possible. Literally, wherever you feel most relaxed, think about that now. There's no need to think about anything else. You know your game plan. You've had your camp. Put yourself in a relaxed state, and that way you'll perform better.
Well, we'll see if they take your advice later on tonight. But let's look at our next fight. And this one, this one is a heavyweight affair. The two biggest competitors on this card will be facing off. 200-plus kilo athletes are going to be going at it. And look, when we get heavyweights, that it's not always about the skill. It's about just connecting with a punch. You look at the weights here. We got Arms Corione, 108 kilograms. We've got Minicon at 102. They are two big fellas. And David, you saw them up close yesterday at the weigh-ins.
Absolutely, I did see them both at the weigh-ins. I've seen them throughout the entirety of the week. Minicon really trying to get underneath Arms' skin over there. And we know Arms has got a point to prove as well, especially after that MMA fight that he had. So this one is going to be a very, very, very tasty matchup, and one that we can expect or hope for, indeed, a knockout. Something exciting, something electrifying, and I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, look, Vidal, what makes heavyweight boxing so different and so special?
the chance of a knockout. It is really that simple. You know, when two big guys get in there and throw hands, someone has the potential to get decked. Someone has the potential to be KO'd, and the fans come to see it. And with this fight, I'm putting my prediction out already. I think there will be a KO win. I'm not picking a guy.
We thought we were going to get you call someone.
It's too early for that guy. Early in the stream.
Joe, there's two very different physiques between these guys. Arms, we're seeing arms there. I mean, he has got triceps on top of triceps on top of some things I don't even know should exist. And then Minikon is a different physique, shall we say. Which has its pluses, which has its minuses? Who would you be putting your money on?
Well, of course, you know, Corleone is going to have the strength and power. You'd think that explosive explosiveness. I mean, he's obviously a gym goer. He's a weightlifter by trade. Now, his opponent, obviously a lot more slender, and you could actually, argue that he's going to be more nimble, more lighter on his feet. Obviously, he's not, they are similar weights, but he's not going to have so much muscle that's going to be requiring oxygen that's going to be thus like knackering him out. So I think arms needs to connect early, and if it goes into later rounds, I just can't see Corleone lasting longer.
Chiseled from a rock. There is no other way to say that. Yeah. But look, Arms has actually come down in weight for this fight. Minikon has come up in weight. Now, when a competitor changes their physicality, that can have effects both good and bad, can't they, David?
It can indeed. Many times we see it all throughout the different weight divisions, how fighters react to either coming up or going down in weight. Obviously, at the heavyweight limit, they don't really have a limit from that perspective. So I'm sure neither of them were, what would I say? Neither of them were really straining themselves or really having to massively diet. And that's the benefit of fighting at heavyweight.
No, I agree with you there, David. I 100% agree. I think what a lot of people have to take into account about weight loss as well, even though Arms has come down, doesn't mean he'll be weaker. He could be quicker. He could be stronger. He could move more efficiently. As muscle-bound as he is, losing weight will help him in this fight.
But conversely, when you put on weight and you go above where you naturally walk, where you've naturally done athletic disciplines in the past, how can that affect you?
It can affect you if the fight goes longer than 2 rounds, really. In the beginning, it's not something you feel. It's more as the fatigue sets in, you start to recognize these factors are apparent, But I feel like they both have the mentality today that they want their bragging rights. That bad blood is there. I can't wait.
And Arms is training out of London Shoot Fighters, a very well-known gym. Also, along the great Michael Venom Page, MVP, who made a walk here in this very arena several months ago and lit up the place. Hopefully, this show will light up the OVO Arena again tonight. But now, let's move on to our... Oh, actually, no, we're not moving on to our next fight. We're going to hear from someone who isn't able to be here with us today. He is doing a lot of content, being a real asset to this brand, to the build-up to everything here. We want to hear now from the very vocal, the very educated Wade Plem.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, my pleasure to present your newest commentator for Showstar Boxing. A lot of people have their opinions based off things that they don't really understand the timeline of, so I would say to those people, watch what happens next, because I've seen Alex grow to a degree that's quite frankly super impressive. Of your main event, he is representing the UK. You may know him as Deji, but he is also a tank. My man, Deji, how you doing, brother?
I'm good, thank you, man. How are you?
Now, on behalf of Showstar, on behalf of the Wade concept, and I gotta be honest, on behalf of the most alpha member of the Beta Squad, the king himself, King Kenny is here. Kenny, what's up, my man?
Let's go, man. It's the main man, Wade. What's good?
On fight night, who won their face-to-face? Who's telling the truth? Who's ready for this fight? And who is bluffing their ass off? The fight. That's what you want to see.
TV $6.99.
Yeah, we like that. Training is over with. You can't go back and fix it. You hope that they put in the work. And now, under the lights, and between those lonely ropes of the squared circle, US versus UK. Who wins? We're less than 24 hours away. Guess we'll find out.
Message my fans, I love you all. I hope you all tune in to watch this crazy fight. It's going to be fun. I hope we entertain you, and it's going to be a night to remember.
The Russian hitman's coming out. It's not going to be Vitaly.
He's a dog. You can't beat up chicks and get away with it. Vitaly is a scumbag.
I'm going to fucking demolish him. It's his life, his choice.
Ah! Don't dirty steroid monkey.
All the stress, all the anger through 29 years of my life is going to go straight through his face.
I'm going to stand in that ring, I'm going to let him hit me, laugh at him, I'm going to beat him down.
What do you think this Barbie doll is going to do to me? Nothing. It's his life, his choice. 60 seconds.
Wow. Again, yet another volatile affair coming up later tonight. Joe Weller's gone to get prepared for our opening contest. Very pleased to be joined by Chunks. Thank you. We're going to be talking about some people you know very well in a few moments, but let's focus on this fight. Now, look, again, David, you've been up close with these guys all week. The animosity between these two competitors is 100% real, isn't it?
Listen, it's sensational animosity. I'm telling you, it's that kind of that anger, that venom, that drives eyeballs to watch these guys fight, and it's also the intrigue. You've got somebody who is far bigger in size and more muscular than the other, but you've got the bravery that's shown in Christian Hamby. That it's like, oh my days, he could really have a chance of winning this.
We can see a weight discrepancy there. I think it was 76 kilos to 93. That is quite some difference in the old weight. How much will that come into play?
Yeah, that's going to come into play a lot in there. I feel like the heavier guy knows I just have to touch you. The smaller guy knows I have to move and try and touch you. He's got 2 jobs to do, so big difference.
The one thing that will be on Christian Hamby's side is the crowd. We saw him here at the open workout, and the crowd was most certainly behind him. Chunks, the crowd here tonight in Wembley are going to be going absolutely well, particularly by the time this fight comes up. How much could the crowd really help push Hamby forward?
I feel like that's going to be a big push for Hamby, because obviously they're cheering for him, whereas they're going to be booing for the other, for Vitali. So it could definitely be. But then, to be fair, I feel like just the animosity could actually drive Vitali to actually become a world beater all of a sudden. You know what I mean? So it depends on how each person takes it at the end of the day.
Yeah, Ryan Hamby's been training out in Dubai. I think he's had Charlie Sloth as his head coach. I'm not sure how qualified Charlie Sloth is to be a boxing
spinning
coach.
the tunes, mate. He's been spinning the tunes, saying perfect
He's also
every time he hits one.
He's also been training with strongman competitor Chris Boyd pulling trucks. So some quite unorthodox training, as there was some unorthodox outfits for Vitali at the weigh-ins. I mean, one thing we know, we're getting his true weight. There's no sand in his pockets. That's for sure. But again, this is all game playing here. But I don't know how much Vitali's really endearing himself to the crowd here in London.
I don't think he cares. I genuinely don't think he cares. I don't think he wants to injure himself to the crowd. He wants to knock this guy out within 60 seconds. He's been saying it from day one to now. That's all his prediction has been. 60 seconds. I'm going to put you to sleep. I'm going to annihilate you and knock you out.
Never doubt. That's a lot of pressure to come in there saying, not just I'm gonna win, but saying, hey, I only need 60 seconds.
That's crazy. It's a elite level of confidence, extreme level of confidence, and why not? Why not? At the end of the day, he's the one training, he's the one fighting. If that's how he feels, let him feel that way.
Yeah,
but now he has to live
we
up to
can see here the focus at the face-offs yesterday at the weigh-offs, and Hamby laughing quite literally like a hyena. I think you can lip read there. Vitali saying what is it? Not a flinch either. Chunks, from this body language here, what do you make of this fight?
I feel like Hamby's actually prepared, because at the end of the day, Vitali's saying he's going to knock him out in 60 seconds. He might not have the tank for it. So he might generally try his best to knock him out in that first round, because he doesn't have the tank for however many rounds they're going to do. Do you know what I mean? So to be fair, it could work out in Hamby's favour, to be honest.
Could Vitali be too amped up? When you're competing, emotion can only take you so far. Sometimes when you're too emotional, you're too amped up, you can make mistakes.
Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. That definitely plays into it. And Vidal said it a little bit earlier on when he was talking about at this stage, right before the fight, if you step into any professional boxing changing room, it is so calm and relaxed. Especially even prior to arriving at the venue. Many a times I've been inside their hotel rooms during the day, and I'm like, man, these guys are just chilling out as if it's another Saturday. And when you see fighters that early behave that way, and then you see how they perform in the ring, then you understand it all starts to make sense, because using all of that anger and ferociousness and keeping that bottled inside of you, you're wasting energy, wasting valuable energy and that. So 100%.
So to your mind, does Vitali have to calm down here?
As much as I agree with everything that you said, David, because it is true, everyone is different. That's a reality as well. Everyone is different. Maybe he wants to be this. Maybe he needs to be this way. Maybe him being too relaxed works as adversity for him. So I just want to see what he has to do.
Look, Vitali's been on a journey. I think he's quite a divisive character. There wasn't a lot of love for him since he arrived here in London. But, you know, he's saying he's, I think, 90-something days sober now. He's been training for this fight. And, you know, boxing, a lot of these competitors here, they're not coming here particularly for the paycheck. They're coming here as part of a personal journey sometimes. And do we think that Vitali kind of needs this tonight to go out there and prove to himself that he can train, that he can focus, and that he can compete inside a boxing ring?
I think regardless, he's been successful because the fact he's here today and he's going to get in the ring, that's already like admirable because, you know what I mean, it takes a lot of guts jumping into the ring, Vidal could tell you, you know what I mean? So the fact he's here today and he's ready to fight, he's already done himself proud. But yeah, actually getting the dub, that's the next big thing. And let's see if he can do it. Obviously, I want both of the guys to do as well as possible and to be safe. That's the most important thing, but let's see what happens.
And look, Vidal, you know, you compete in there. What do you think it is about this sport that drives so many competitors who, again, a lot of the people here are so successful in so many other ways. They don't need to be here, they don't need to be fighting, but they've chosen to display and to train for something.
You know, this is what I wanted to say as well. I was thinking about earlier at home. These guys deserve they have the right to do this. You know, they've worked so hard in their chosen fields that they want a new challenge. They have a right to want to challenge themselves in life. And if the sport of boxing has gravitated you towards it for whatever reason, everyone has a different reason, they have earned the right to be here and they should all be proud of themselves.
And let's be honest, a lot of people have had, a lot of boxing purists have said a lot of things about this, let's call it influencer boxing. They're just coming in, they're not really showing the best skills in the world. But look, for someone like yourself who's inside the boxing industry, what do you make of this kind of an event?
Honestly, these things should happen. I don't see why not. Just because you started off on one platform or doing one thing doesn't mean you shouldn't be able to change to something else. As long as you're giving your dedication to whatever you do, you should do it.
And one thing we have seen all fight week is a lot of young people turning up, a lot of young fans, a lot of people who, let's be honest, may not have connected with this sport if it wasn't for some of their, you know, favourite online personalities doing this. And David, that's really important to keep the sport and nurture the next generation.
Absolutely. Listen, one of the key things to keep this sport alive is appealing to the younger audience, appealing to new faces and new fans, and that is exactly what this does. This is exactly what it's like evangelism for boxing to the younger demographic, and I think it's incredibly powerful. And as Vidal said, these have earned the right to do this through their hard work and dedication in their different chosen fields to now step on this stage and compete against each other. I think it's a brilliant thing, and I think boxing itself, in the long run, is only gonna benefit from it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. What Showstar are doing here tonight, I think, will hopefully be the first of some really great positive events here in the UK. Okay, let's move on now to our co-main event, one that many people are saying could steal the show. It's King Kenny versus FaZe Temper.
I see fear, lack of confidence, probably because you've only got one look. You wasn't aware of Beta Squad? No. Your whole team literally tried to sign us. I know FaZe Banks, FaZe Draft. I don't know who you are in FaZe.
All I'm saying is, FaZe Temper, you're gonna regret stepping in the fucking ring with me, mate.
People have no idea what's coming on Saturday.
FaZe Temper's coming to my town to get destroyed, humiliated, and I'm sending him back to America.
I'm about to embarrass Kenny in front of his hometown. I'm representing USA and Brazil, and you know I'm bringing that W back.
To all the fans, I hope you enjoy the fight tonight. I'm gonna be performing at my best, and enjoy the show.
Wow. Co-main event, and with great reason. While watching that VT play, Chunks, the look on your face, I won't say what you said because it's a little bit before 9 o'clock, but I can tell you're nervous. You've got a close bond, of course, with Kenny. Tell us what you've seen him go through these last few weeks.
I'll be honest, the guy is an actual monster. He's an animal. Obviously, he's been working hard for the last year. Whenever we had like filming videos, or when we're filming videos as groups, or when we're filming individual videos, and people need Kenny's help, he'll be more than happy to help. But then he's got to go training before or training after, or he's just literally dedicated his life around this for the last year, and he's just really, really like honed it in. And I'm just so excited to see what he can do tonight.
What do you think it means to him to finally come out here in front of you, his friends, but also, you know, a stacked over Wembley Arena and display everything he's been working on?
Honestly, he's amped up. He looks ready. He does not look like he's not fearful at all, which is crazy to me because, you know what I mean, you're jumping in the ring and you're going to be getting punched up. You know what I mean? Well,
we can see here at the open workouts the support that was Kenny.
Yeah, come on. We're in London, you know what I mean? You have to. If this is LA, it'll be something different, I guarantee.
This whole event is UK versus US, and that will be a narrative throughout the night. But boxing's a solo sport. All these competitors want to rep the country, of course, but they're out there fighting for themselves.
Get him on the pads, man.
We see his brother there also.
Respect my brother.
Vidal, what have you made of the development of King?
Listen, I am so impressed. Honestly, I'm so impressed of Kenny. Like,
thank you.
When I when I saw him last week at JJ's concert, and I felt his arm, I said, no. I said, Kenny, you're an athlete. I said, you're an athlete, and that's a fact that happened just last week. I'm just excited to see him perform, and his technique is looking very crisp. His hands are looking fast. His mindset, the energy that's coming off him. His shape, you can see him here.
Look at him.
Honestly, I respect the man.
This is again yesterday at the weigh-ins and focused. I mean, I got to do the face-to-faces early this week at the start of fight week, and Kenny's demeanor has been the same the entire fight week. He's been focused. He's come in here knowing he's got a job to do. He knows there's pressure. He knows there's expectation on his shoulders. But look, you see the stare off here. Not a flinch. Not a flinch. And David, you know, of course, you've been with the guys all week as well, and a lot of people have talked about how much that Temper hasn't posted about his training. Every other competitor on this card has been documenting what they've been doing, showing everyone how they've been developing. Temper, no one knows what he's been doing.
Listen, that's why a lot of people think Temper's been out here sandbagging. He's sandbagging us all. A lot of people think, you know, Temper is actually ready for this fight way more than he's been showing so far, and that is what brings this fight so much intrigue. This is a potential fight of the night, to be honest with you, for me, because you just don't know. For me, you can see the leaps and bounds of which King Kenny has gone, but when it comes to Temper, it's like, well, we have, like you said, we have no idea. And from that perspective, he's not going to want to come out here and embarrass himself. Like you said, none of these guys have to do this. So if he's putting himself in this ring, you know that he's coming with something. The question is it going to be enough? And
Vidal, look, you compete in there. How hard is it to prepare for a competitor who you have no idea what they're bringing? Again, a lot of the guys on this card haven't had experience, but at least they've been posting fighter footage, posting progress. Temper,
nothing, not one thing. It will be difficult, but at the end of the day, you got to learn the basics of the game anyway. You know, I feel like the longer you do the game, the more you adjust your game plan to the opponent, because you already got the basics down. These guys have improved massively, but it's still the beginning of their boxing careers, so they would have been nailing the basics regardless of what your opponent's doing.
And Chunks, of course we know that Daly, Kenny's brother, is his coach. He's also coaching a competitor in our main event. We'll come on to that in a few minutes' time. But what do you think it means for Kenny to sort of follow in the footsteps a little bit of his brother and use his brother in his camp? That's quite a personal sort of family story there.
Yeah, obviously the fact that he's had Daly as a brother and he hasn't really delved into the boxing scene, and we've always been confused about that. You know what I mean? Just, oh, your brother's a professional boxer. Oh, and you know what I mean? He's got loads of professionals underneath him, but it's amazing that he's finally used his brother's expertise and actually got into the ring from. And Daly's incredible at what he does. I've gone to loads of training sessions and seen him spar, and you know what I mean? Kenny was boxing flipping professionals, bro. You know what I mean? Professional boxers. So I don't know whatever Temper's going to bring today, but it can't be a professional boxer's level. Do you know what I mean? And Kenny wasn't out of his depth even there. So I feel like whatever he wants to bring, he's ready for it. But Daly, shout out to Daly as well, incredible.
What do you think it'll mean for Kenny, but also for you as one of his closest friends,
Yeah.
to see him make the walk?
I'm shaking now.
I can see you. We can see you.
That man, actually, because obviously I've come to the KSI fights, so, you know, I've been at all of them, and I was nervous because I'm very close to JJ, but the bond that me and Kenny have is completely different. You know, obviously, as the sidemen, I'm guessing that the Mini Minters and the Vidals were shaking in their boots. Even though they were confident in JJ's style and ability, they were still nervous, you know what I mean? And that's just me right now.
Listen, Chunks is right. Like, when you know you're training someone, this is his friend. Imagine you're the trainer and you put
I can't even imagine.
Especially when you fight yourself and you're like, I wish I could just jump into your body quick and get this done for you. You know, but you got to have faith. Quickly. You have to have faith. You can prepare as much as you want, but you need to have faith, because that will help you in these situations as a coach and as a fighter.
And David, many people have said this could be fight of the night. And when you look at the physicality of both competitors, you can see why. Do you think this could steal the show?
I definitely think it can steal the show. It's got all of the elements that it takes to do so. This fight itself is big enough to headline. Obviously, Beta Squad is massive. They come with a huge amount of fan base. They come with characters like the likes of Chunks. We've got Nico as well in the building as well today as well. It means you're going to have his whole fan base as well. The Nico Defense League are going to be in attendance. It is going to be a special night where when he comes out, the roar in this place. People that are watching at home that have paid the pay-per-view, the $6.99 on ShowStarBoxing.com and ShowStar.tv, they are going to feel it right from where they are.
Yeah, of course, we will be going to pay-per-view in about half an hour's time, as David said, ShowStar.tv. Just $6.99 to see all these fights tonight. It is a stacked card. We've already seen how much animosity that is growing. Look, but before we move on to our next fight, I want to talk about Fight Week a little bit. You've been in multiple Fight Weeks. How does the pressure grow throughout a fight week for competitors?
It does grow. It does grow. You know, even my last fight week, I felt it. You know, it was a big fight week. There's a lot of responsibilities per day. Like, you kind of look at your calendar and you think, training, I'm going to be in the hotel chilling now for the rest of the time. No, you got an interview, and then you got to see a doctor, and then you got a photo shoot. There's a lot to do fight week, and that's why I said the relaxed environment is key, because the week is already so hectic.
Okay, guys, it's time. We're going to move on. Chunks, you might want to take a breath, because this one's going to get emotional. It's time now to take a look at the whole reason we're here tonight. It's the main event. It's Deji versus Alex Wasabi.
To all my fans, thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Damn straight. You're getting this. Come on now.
Stuff that we have to do is cool, like whatever. I just want to fight.
You want to fight now?
Right now?
Let's not do it right now.
Fuck Alex Wasabi!
Deji, you changed so much, man. I've been watching you when I was a little boy, bro. I love you, man. You knock out that bastard, yeah? First round!
I'm gonna outclass this guy. I'm getting in the ring. He's not gonna know what hit him. He's not gonna know what hit him until he watches the replay.
Alex, I'm gonna break you down little by little and then take you out.
We're gonna get in that ring, and I'm gonna make him miss, and I'm gonna make him pay. Everybody watching this, get excited, because this is gonna be an epic battle. I put in the work, my opponent put in the work, and we're gonna show you what we got.
Nothing you will do will stop my redemption.
Chunks, how you feeling, mate?
Again, nervous. Honestly, I think I'm going to just keep saying that word today. But again, Deji's very prepared, so we'll see what happens.
But there's almost, well, there definitely is much more in this fight than the fight with Kenny. Kenny coming out looking to make a first statement. Deji, he's been here before. 0-2 in his boxing matches. And let's be honest, he'll be honest about this. He was less than impressive in his last fight. He just didn't train. He said this. He wasn't prepared. He didn't take it seriously. Tonight is all about redemption for him. And Chunks, what does it mean to Deji to come out here and show that he can take things seriously, he can do the job, he can train, he is focused enough?
Regardless, I feel like you can see his physique, the changes that he's had. You know what I mean? I think he was walking at 93 kilograms for the last fight. He's at 77 now, or 76. You know what I mean? So that just shows, to lose weight, I know how hard it is. You know what I mean? So I know the fact he's now lost that amount of weight. Already, he should be proud of himself, and he's taking it much more serious. For me, it's more about the mentality. That's the big thing. You can't teach mentality. Do you know what I mean? So he had that almost giving up mentality in the last couple of fights, and we saw that. And I know he'll be fine for me to say this, but you can't do that in boxing. You know what I mean? But now I feel like his mentality's changed, his shape's changed, and he's even got a fade now. First time I've seen him with a trim. You know what I mean? So I feel like, yeah, he's coming out as a new man, and I'm very excited to see what he's going to show us. I've seen him spar, and I know he looks much better than he did.
There's no doubt he's a much improved athlete, but he did change camps 6 weeks out from this fight. I talked to them about this in the face-to-face earlier this week. Deji says that the reason wasn't because he saw footage of Alex training and was impressed and thought, I got to turn things up. But others have doubted that. Vidal, are you concerned at all that just 6 weeks out from this redemption fight for Deji, he switched camps?
Not really. You know why? Because you could have had an 8-week camp beforehand and he wasn't connecting with that coach, so it was basically no weeks. You could have had 6 weeks with the new coach where he was actually listening and learning, which means more than any other week that was in the camp. So He looks good, man. He looks good. This is the best version of Deji I've seen, and I'm a former coach of Deji, and I've given credit to the current coaching team because they brought out a side of him. It seems they brought out a side of him I haven't even seen before.
As a former coach, what are you seeing in Deji now that wasn't present there in the past?
Well, looking at the screen, he's in better physical shape. He's in better physical condition, especially much better than the last fight. His focus, the trim, everything's different right now. He's coming on a new energy. So I really hope in his performance we see this.
You see the face-offs here. These are from the weigh-ins.
I'm like they want a lips. What's going on, man?
You see that Alex does have the height advantage.
Don't matter, man. Don't matter. That's absolutely fine. You know what I mean? It's about how you use it. You know what I mean? Alex might not know how to use his jab and keep him out of reach. We'll see what happens.
And Deji hits hard. Sorry.
Yeah, facts.
I just needed to add that.
And look, David, again, you've been at all these public events this week, and we've heard the roar. We've heard the crowd there for Deji, and that was the open workout. That was the press conference to win. That wasn't here tonight. People have come here tonight to show their support. Yeah, it's UK versus US. There's all that to it. But when Deji walks out tonight, everyone's here looking at Deji, knowing now he's putting the work. What's it going to be like when Deji makes the walk?
Listen, the roof is going to go off in this place. I am telling you. The roars from the few amount of people that were here, the few amount of lucky people that were here during fight week, is going to be incomparable to what we're going to hear and see tonight. The question for me is, what effect is that going to have on both of these fighters? What effect is it going to have on Alex Wasabi? What effect is it going to have on Deji? There is a lot of pressure on his shoulders as well. That's why there's a lot of intrigue in this fight. He's gone on to see what somebody else that he's fought before has gone on to do. Not just within the YouTube or influencer space boxing, but now in professional boxing, even promoting big fights and putting big things on the line, working with top promoters in the game of boxing, and he knows that, look, if I had won that fight, the steps where I could have been. So he knows what's on the line in this fight. It's more than just his pride. It's his future within this sport and within this area of boxing.
And do you think anything grinds in the back of his head? Of course, you're alluding to Jake Paul there, who's doing incredible things, not only as a competitor, but also as a promoter. He's really having a huge impact on the industry. That I think even a couple of years ago, many people would have said, nah, he's just going to be a little one and done kind of guy. But he's really having an impact here. Do you think that, and Chunks asked you this, is one of his close friends, do you think Deji's looking at that and going, man, if I just put the work in it, and I could have been walking in those kind of shoes?
Yeah, no, definitely. But at the end of the day, like, it's too late to regret things. You know what I mean? You just move on and you look for what's in front of you. And he's got Alex Wasabi in front of him today, which obviously has taken this serious. So, but what I can definitely vouch for is the fact he's taking it more serious, and he can get to those levels 3 or 4 fights in. You know what I mean? Later, let's see.
Let's talk about Alex for a minute. Again, I did the face-to-faces earlier this week, and it was almost like they were going to kill each other with kindness. It was a very calm face-to-face. That was on Tuesday. Now, as you said, fight week has progressed. Tensions have picked up. Stronger words have been exchanged. Is the pressure off Alex here, though?
The pressure is not off Alex, because Alex has a huge fan base of his own. He's got people that are backing him to win too. This is, we are here in the UK. Deji is a UK fighter, but let's not, people worldwide are watching. This is a big show. So of course he's got pressure on him.
Alex has said that he was training long before this fight was signed and sealed. He said that, look, 2022 is the year that I want to dedicate myself to boxing. He found a passion for it, like so many of these competitors here tonight. You know, he wants to push himself and test himself. This is his year to do that. How much would it knock him to start that journey with a loss?
It will be kind of painful, especially with the amount of time that he's dedicated, the amount of other things. You know, time is a finite resource. If you're spending a lot of time training in the boxing gym, you're not doing the other things that you could be doing. So he has put so much on the line with regards to the investment that he's made long before this fight was signed in the sport of boxing. And I guess for either of these guys, it's what are they going to do? Because somebody's going to have to lose it. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, how are they going to pick themselves up after doing so? Alex obviously is going to have a lot of I wouldn't say excuses, but he would have the ability to say, well, it was on UK homes, it was on UK soil. I flew over with a bit of jet lag. He would have a bit more to say on that side as opposed to Deji. So that, in essence, works in his favor. But you wouldn't want that in your mind now, at this stage, right now, when you're about to step into that ring. No, you've got to have one thing on your mind, and Vidal would attest to this, is winning. No excuses whatsoever.
That's it. That's all you should be thinking about.
And we talked a lot about making the walk tonight. So many of these competitors walking into this, what will be, it's filling up now. It'll be packed by the time we start, making that walk. Alex Wasabi has said that he's tested himself. He's put himself in positions, walking out with other fighters, being in other fighters' corners to try and get used to that. But come on, look, Vidal, you know, you can walk out with whoever you want.
Totally replicated.
Until you're walking there to compete yourself, man, there's nothing you can do.
It's not the same. It's not the same. You know, Chunks can walk out with me for my fights, and then when he does his own ring walk, he's definitely not going to feel the same.
It's different, bro. You know you're about to get. You know what I mean?
Very,
you can
very
either
different.
be a meme, or you can be everyone's hero, bro. Social media is a big influence in this.
Well, this is a big thing here as well. All these guys have massive profiles. So people are coming out here not just to have a boxing match, but whoever loses tonight, particularly if they lose in spectacular fashion, I mean, and Chunks, they're going to be embarrassed worldwide.
And that's what it is. I'll be honest with you. Social media, like we're social media, like we're influencers, YouTubers before boxers. You know what I mean? So obviously boxers, that's not on their mind. They're just trying to win. This is their career. You know what I mean? They're just trying to come and make sure that their records are kept clean, or if not, just to try and win. Whereas with us, we don't want to look stupid. Do you know what I mean? And that's the main thing for us. So I feel like that's constantly going to just be on your head from the ring walk to being in the ring. So I feel like no matter what, there will always be pressure, no matter what.
No, Chunks, I agree with you. And I feel like me fighting, I feel it from both sides. Because I'm like looking at it from the boxing side, but then I also know the community here watch what I do. And if anything bad happens, one-way ticket to Meme City. I'm not trying to be over there. So, yeah.
And again, Alex,
I've been there, and it's not nice. Soccer aid, missing a penny. Don't do it.
I know people, when it comes to memes, people are ready. They're clicking. They're ready.
Oh, they've got,
ready
how
to
about
click.
they've got the tweets in the drafts now.
Ready to go. Firing. People sitting here thinking, yeah, I'm ready, fam. As soon as something goes down, hit the send.
They spent fight week getting the back catalogue up, and I tell you what, the internet's going to be going off with each and every fight that goes down. Remember, you can catch the pay-per-view on showstar.tv.
That's right.
$6.99. We're going to go to our pay-per-view very shortly, but let's continue to talk about this big fight with Deji. Deji is really a road to redemption for him. Do you think that tonight is the night that he can prove everyone wrong?
Yes. I honestly believe it. I felt the energy from him yesterday. I've seen him a couple of weeks ago as well, and I really feel like tonight is his night. I really want to see him win. You know, many people in here really want to see him win, not because you're being on a biased side of things, but it's always good to see someone come from the rough and succeed. And Deji definitely has that in his favor tonight.
A lot of people have talked about, of course, Deji's brother, KSI, kind of opened the door for him in a multitude of ways, that he's never had to really work for anything. Things have been gifted to him. Chunks, do you think now, finally, in the process, in the lead up to this box match, Deji's finally found that drive and that work ethic that he needs?
To be fair to Deji, it isn't as easy as your bigger brother's a big YouTuber, so you're now going to make it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, Deji was in JJ's videos before, and that's what made people love him. You know what I mean? So he's obviously definitely deserved to be in the position he is in today. And I feel like today he's going to make a name for himself even more. He's not going to be JJ's little brother or KSI's little brother. He's Deji. You know what I mean?
I think that's the thing about the important thing about tonight, finally stepping out of those shadows, washing away any of those comments people have made. Look, but now, do you think, he's admitted himself, he didn't have the work ethic before, particularly for boxing. Do you think he's found that now?
Yes, I think he has found that, and that's because of his experiences. You know, David earlier was saying him realizing the opportunity because he could be where Jake Paul is now, which is true. On the reverse of that, we don't know how it would have went if he succeeded. You know, he needed those things to happen to get to today to say, I'm being serious.
Part of the journey, man.
You know, it's part of his journey. You know, it's not always the most glamorous thing, but today could end in triumph for him.
Why do you think Deji is doing this? What is the drive?
Sharky.
What is the drive for this? Again, Deji doesn't need to do this. He's very successful in a multitude of other ways. What do you think it is inside Deji to put himself in this situation, to work this hard, and put himself in a position where he could get embarrassed?
You don't have to put yourself in these positions. All of these guys are here tonight because they challenge themselves. That is the baseline of it. They challenge themselves. It's a challenge to him now. I've tried it. I've failed. I've come up short twice. I'm challenging myself again, and now I'm the main event. Now everyone's here to see me. Brilliant.
Well, that is our main event. That's why we're all here tonight. Deji versus Alex Wasabi. Will it be a story? of redemption for Deji, or can Alex Wasabi pick up a win for Team USA? Of course, you can get the pay-per-view on showstar.tv, just $6.99. But I tell you what, while we're on this this free stream, let's give you a little freebie, shall we? So we're going to kick off with our first contest of the evening. It's Salt Pappy versus Halal Ham.
Hey, Salt Pappy's elite.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to you all right here from the OVO Arena in Wembley. I can't tell you how excited I am to be hosting and to be emceeing the show as we're set for an evening of entertainment of some of the hottest, youngest social media influencers, stars, and content creators in the world right now. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Team USA takes on Team UK as we're set for Showstar Boxing live on Showstar TV. Now, we begin with our prelim card, our free fight on Showstar TV. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Salt Pappy.
She make it clap, clap, clap. 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 She make it clap, clap.
We are live here for Showstar at Wembley Arena. Malcolm Martin with Joe Weller, a pioneer in the world of YouTube boxing, and Vidal Riley, 5-0 as a pro. And guys, what a great venue for the first time in the UK.
Unbelievable. I mean, we're seeing this place fill up. The fans, they love it. They've been starved of YouTube, you know, influencer boxing for years now. It's the first UK event we've had in time, and I can't wait to get underway.
We are live. It's the realest Vidal Riley. I'm gassed to be here. I am very gassed to be here. The atmosphere is popping. Ring walks are happening. I'm excited, man.
And guys, we've already got controversy on this first bout. Halal Ham said Salt Pappy's going out first. This fight's not on unless he goes out first. So already the needle has begun.
Well, there you go. I mean, I think a lot of this influencer boxing, it is about ego. It's about personality. Whether the skill matches up to all of this bark, let's see. But yeah, I believe Halal Ham has got a special performance in order that had to happen second for whatever reason.
And Vidal, Salt, they say he's a very laid-back character. That was a laid-back entrance.
Very laid back. You know, he's been dancing all week. He's been dancing all week. I'm hoping his footwork helps him tonight.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent to the ring, Halal Ham!
Oh, and some boos already here in the stadium. This is England versus the USA. And Halal Ham, he's got one advantage already. He's been in there, he's done it, he knows what it's like to face an opponent. Will that give him the edge here tonight?
Well, yeah, I think certainly the experience, you can't compare that with anything. It's so valuable. I have no idea what he's about to engage here. Is it gonna help him perform in the ring? I don't know, but let's find out.
I can't hear any ring walk music. I don't know if this is intentional.
Well, he's looking to the side. Here we go, guys. Here it is. And as we said, he's got that advantage where he fought on the Logan Paul KSI undercard. So he'll be no stranger to the big stage. That's got to be a huge psychological advantage.
Definitely, and I think Ham, he loves this. Like what he's doing now, soaking it up. He almost likes being this villain that's outlandish and has this huge personality. So I think this is going to be helping him, it's going to be feeding him, and let's hope he delivers in the ring.
It's good to see him on this ring walk now, despite him spitting kebab on me yesterday night at the weigh-in. But he's very confident, and he's really been soaking up the experience here. He's done it before, he's been on big shows, and I'm sure he wants to prove a point tonight.
Do you know what? I actually saw that his main sponsor for this event was a German kebab. I'm just like, how's that happened then? They're pretty healthy. Like, is that what is powered him to you know?
I feel like I have to let him off now for yesterday's events because they actually sponsor him.
Now, if you look at the body language, guys, yeah, that's a cool entrance. But look at Salt Pappy in the ring. He's dancing there as his opponent comes in. He looks as cool as they come.
Complete contrast here. We've got Ham that's composed, relaxed, focused, stoic. And then you've got Salt Pappy doing some form of chicken dance. I don't know what it is, but it looks funny.
So Buddy Johnson getting ready to announce this first back. And already, guys, it's the prelims, but behind us and around us, the atmosphere is absolutely electric. We've been starved and we're back.
Listen, we are back. I told you, these events, they were always going to pop. You know, there was a time when everyone was confusing, you know, the traditional world with the social media world, the YouTube boxing world. This is such a dominant world alone. It doesn't need to carry on the back of anything else. Joe proved that, JJ proved that, and now we're back.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. Who's ready for some boxing? When this music stops. Stop the music. Stop the music, man. Shit.
Can we hold the music? Halal's team's got something to say to Salt Pappy.
Hey, who's ready for some boxing, yeah? Some big names in here, boy. But who the fuck is this guy? Bro, all you do is run on the spot. But tonight you're about to get boxed and put in your place. Now you're either high as fuck or you're Chinese because your eyeballs look sunk into your face. See, you might have lost weight, but to me and everyone in here...
That's not cool, bro.
Alright, cool.
Unacceptable.
Hey, get him out of there, like, why is he in there?
Unacceptable.
Hey, you
He's
might have
had
lost
enough.
weight, but to everyone in here, we still know you're fat and bitch made. A man heard you was a size 9, whip waist, looking like an extra from Squid Games. Because with a head that big, I'm surprised you can actually sit. But it's cool for my bro, because it's a bigger target to hit. Because you're about to get fucked. Referees, check this mug. Because I see him in the changing rooms putting sweet and sour chicken balls inside of his gloves.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Showstar TV presents Showstar Boxing live from the LVO Arena here in Wembley. We're set for 3 2-minute rounds of boxing. We introduce first in the red corner, a TikTok creator with 3.2 million followers, age 28, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, and weighed in at 89 kilograms or 196.21 pounds. He promises to salt that ham and win by KO from the Philippines. Introducing Salt Pappy. And across the ring in the blue corner, his opponent, age 26, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, and weighed in at 95.5 kilograms or 210.54 pounds. He has 102,000 subscribers to his YouTube channel, and he plans to dominate his opponent here tonight, fighting out of Scunthorpe, introducing Halal the action begins. Your referee in charge is Mr. Ken Curtis.
Well, if there was any doubt about the rivalry here tonight, what we just saw put that away emphatically. Guys, what did you make of that?
You don't know the rules, so when I say break, you stop boxing and take a step back.
Totally unacceptable.
In the event of a boxer going down, the other one goes to a neutral
the
corner,
to do
defend
that.
yourself at all times.
Yeah,
okay?
unnecessary.
Okay, shake
Yeah,
hands.
totally wrong. I just, like, cringe, inappropriate, wrong, like, just pointless. Anyways, let's get on with the fight. What actually matters.
Yes.
That's right, 3 2-minute rounds of action here at the Wembley Arena for Showstar Boxing. The first time we're here live in the UK. Salt Papi in the red, Halal Ham in the blue.
Ooh.
And Halal came straight out but got caught.
Absolutely firing out of the blocks, wanting to assert himself early.
You're seeing a southpaw and an orthodox fighter, which normally can lead to head clashes and clean left from Salt Papi.
Halal was rocked, guys.
That looked a little bit more like unbalanced to me, but I think both guys are realising that this pace is going to be very intense to keep up for the whole fight.
And let's be honest as well, when you're in that what we call novice stage, to face a southpaw can be very, very difficult.
Very difficult, you know, everything is in reverse. It's something you have to study and something you have to learn. Salt Papi looks very composed in there tonight.
Totally, and that's something that I'm surprised about. We didn't get much of his personality through at the press conference and weigh-in. He was very reserved, and now here we're seeing pure, borderline arrogance, but it's almost like he's aware of what his ability is, so he doesn't need to, you know, rush in or anything.
Well, if he needed any further incentive, that rant beforehand surely gave it to him.
No, honestly, hearing that just before you fight, what more do you need? You know, it's the best gift you can receive. So right now the action has slowed down a little bit. I feel like both guys are trying. Oh, nice counter from Salt Papi.
I'm going to pick up on what Joe said earlier. You were saying that he looked so composed. That was the perfect proof of that. That counter punch. Look at this!
Oh, absolutely. He's closing in. We're seeing Salt Papi go for it. I think his arrogance is paying off. Look,
he's still smiling. He is still smiling.
Completely. And I think how you assert yourself from the very beginning is so important. He's stayed composed. He's stayed having fun, whereas Ham looks serious. He looks like he's stressing out.
I feel like Ham is already run out of ideas. I think he didn't expect Salt Papi to come out like this and have the knowledge. He has good jab there in return from Ham. But overall, he's looking like he's trying to figure out what to do.
Well, Papi's commanding centre ring during that opening round. From that opening exchanges, which when Ham came out really fast, Papi took over, didn't he?
Totally. I think what Ham was thinking there is if he comes in and almost bulldozes his way through Salt Papi, that Salt Papi will just capitulate and not know what to do. But in fact, that played right into Salt Papi's hands. He was able to almost, as you can see here, he's taking the fact that Ham's rushing in and he's dancing around him, using his movement like he has, and it's paying off, and it may even be affecting Ham mentally.
Vidal, Joe said about the arrogance there almost from Salt. We saw that in that clip, haven't we? The open mouth, the posturing.
No, some people are at their best when they are arrogant. You know, arrogance is normally looked at as a negative thing or looked down on. Some people need it to really fuel them to the next level, and it looks like Salt Papi is one of those guys.
I feel coming into round 2, that's a wake-up call for Halal, because after that opening burst, Salt Papi, with that confidence, dominated on the counter. What do you feel how Halal going to have to come out now?
Ham's
nice straight left.
He's got to look for new ideas. He can't let all of this taunting get inside of his head, but very quickly, we're almost seeing him shell up.
Yes, he is shelling up very quickly. The counters are starting to come in with more ferocious now. Starting to see the face redden on Halal Ham. Oh, nice angle change there.
Well, that's what we said. He came off that line there. He stepped off that line to use that left hand. That left hand is the killer at the moment.
Absolutely. I mean, this does not look like a guy that's only just done this for 6 weeks. I mean, are any of you guys any experience?
He's got good skill. Looking at Salt Papi, I remember doing a reaction video on him, and I saw he actually had a good level of skill. I didn't know if he could carry that into the night, but he has, and he looks very good.
Well, for me, for a debut fighter to step off the line like that, to set up the attacks and the angles, that's incredible.
Brilliant.
Totally. I mean, to be able to calculate your moves a few steps ahead whilst being aware of what your opponent's trying to throw at you, that's very mature boxing, and you know, it's great to see.
I think if we see Salt Pappy put a few more combinations together, he could get a stoppage victory in this fight. But either way, it's very one-sided right now.
Yeah, completely.
What he's doing cleverly is he's taking centre ring, dominate centre ring, but still waiting to counter.
Yes.
It's very, very technical what he's doing. Ham almost looks out of ideas, like you said, Vidal. Yeah. He looks like he's almost waiting for Pappy, but Pappy, it all seems part of a plan for Pappy.
It would be very interesting to see the fight total, you know, numbers thrown and punches thrown, sorry, because Halal Ham has really showed up. I think the counters have made him reluctant to throw, and now Salt Pappy's doing whatever he wants to do.
And Vidal, I agree with you. I think if Salt were to really step on the gas for maybe 30 seconds continuous, he could finish this.
100%.
If you were in Ham's corner, what would you be saying to him, Vidal?
I would say to him, you have to let your hands go. I know you've been hurt, but you know, we prepared for this. This is what we're here for. You need to go out there, and even if the result doesn't go your way, you need to leave your mark, and you need to make this guy respect you by the end of it.
Now, interesting, Joe, at the end of that round, after all the pre-talk, Ham went to touch gloves, and Salt just turned and walked back to his corner. He's earned Ham's respect.
For real, and I think what we're seeing here is the power of surprise. Ham right now is shook. He almost wants a bit of reassurance from Pappy that he's still on the same level as him, but Pappy's catching him off guard mentally with the taunts and physically with his performance, changing the angles, brilliant.
Time now.
And then look at that, you know, he's making Ham tired mentally, and I think, you know, Ham's aware that he exploded out of the blocks quick, and that does cost you with exhaustion, so he's not wanting to pull the trigger if the opportunity's not there, but he needs to deliver something quick.
Going into this final round, Halal Ham needs to let his hands go. If he wants to get the win here, he understands that it has to be a KO.
And the other thing as well, he's not seeing his opponent tired, because I thought Salt Pappy's boxed well within himself as well. That was that confidence, that was that relaxation.
Exactly, when you're leading the dance, so to speak, you don't get as exhausted because you're choosing the moves, and here we go.
He's put a few shots together there, nice left hand there, but Halal Ham is returning, and he has found that fury. He's just getting countered in between.
Well, this is what we said earlier, guys. We wanted to see Salt Pappy if he stepped on the gas, and Halal Ham is having look at him to their corner. There was the answer perfectly. He's having real problems dealing with the left hand.
Completely, and Salt Pappy, I'm just so impressed with what he's doing. The way, whether he's planned all of this out, you know, all along, part of his training camp was right. I'm going to get in his head this way. I'm going to affect his corner this way. Like, whatever it is, it's great.
I'm seeing Halal Ham here. Well, he complained he just got hit at the back of the head. He needs to keep fighting. He's coming in with his head at the moment. He needs to come in with punches. Don't fall in.
And we talk about experience. Salt Pappy hasn't, but even just stepping away out of range, he drops the hands, conserves energy. He looks like a seasoned veteran there.
I mean, the way we've got him opening up here.
Came in there. Tongue out again.
The way he's so aware of his, well, he's just so ring aware. He knows when he's in range, when he's out of range. If he's near the corners, near the ropes, it's just...
He has definitely been boxing. Oh, lovely lean counter. He's definitely been boxing for a while.
I want to see this guy fight again.
Honestly.
He's great.
Very good fight.
This is punishment of the highest kind. He stood there when all that was happening, and now, when it matters between those ropes, he's made an emphatic statement.
Beautiful.
Completely, and you know, at this point you almost feel for Ham a little bit. He looks lost in there, and that's the end of the fight.
3-round shutout on my cards, boys.
3-round shutout. But you know what I did like to see in the last round? Halal Ham was still trying to fight back. He didn't quit, and he did show that grit, so credit to him.
Well, an incredible opener here, just the preliminary batch. So what have we got to look forward to later? Because that had everything. We had the controversy to start, we had the different natures, and then we had this performance from Salt Pappy that reeked of experience.
Listen, if you are entertained already, then you're too easy to please. We've got way more coming, trust me.
And Joe, this is all Pappy.
It was unbelievable. I mean, the way he's picking his shots, look, you can see his eyes, he's focused, he knows what he's doing, he's not swinging wildly. Look, it was just such a methodical performance, and
lovely
look at
shot.
that. That's
beautiful shot.
Prime Floyd Mayweather, and now he's doing the
dancing again. He's dancing again. Ooh.
Go on, son. He loves it.
I want to see him fight again, Joe.
Yeah, mate, 100%. Go
I
on,
want to see
son.
him fight again.
Wait, do you know what? Yeah, what I want to see, look, is a bit of this. After
Yes,
everything,
respect.
yeah, the respect between the fighters is what it's all about.
What a performance
And
from
what a
Salt
character.
Papi.
We said to
What a
lay
character.
back, so calm under all that pressure, and to produce that performance, dancing at the end. I agree with you guys. We've got to get this man back in the ring.
Listen, I did not watch his content before. I'm going to check it out now.
Straight up, and this is something that you get with influencer boxing, you know, the personalities, that's what they're mainly known for, and bringing that into the sort of combat world, sometimes it fails, but sometimes it thrives, like we've seen here. And now Ham's got a kebab.
No, you know what? He fought today, and he fought hard, and he tried to the end. Enjoy every bit of kebab you want.
Well, we're going to get the official announcement, and you can see what that means to Salt Papi after a very entertaining preliminary opening back, and he's still dancing, he's still chilled.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout goes the distance, 3 rounds, and we go to your judges for the decision. All 3 judges, Brian Gentry, Jack Goodwin, and Jeff Hines, scored about 30-27 in favor of your winner in the red corner, Salt Papi.
Judges agreed with us totally, guys. 3-round shutout.
Well deserved. I mean, he's come over to the UK and he's delivered emphatically. What an entertaining performance.
Great performance, so cool, so calm, so relaxed, charismatic, showed skill, you know, threw punches that you didn't expect to see from guys at this level. And honestly, I just want to watch his content now and see what really he's about and see if there's any old school boxing videos, because he's elite. I'm saying it from now.
I think we're going to get an interview with our winner, guys. He's back in the ring. I think we're going to get him interviewed, and it'll be with a very happy Salt Papi.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Salt Papi out here, man. Yeah.
Now, Salt Papi, we didn't hear from you all week. You were silent all week. You spoke through your trainer and you spoke through your gloves tonight.
I was just trying to focus on my fight, you know. I didn't want to waste my time speaking because I know I let the fist do the talking, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Now, listen, that was an absolutely impressive display. It looked like you were toying with him the entire time.
I wasn't even trying to do my best, but you know, I was countering him with a pull counter, going on angles from side to side. Yeah, but he was a tough fighter. I couldn't knock him down. So yeah, but I did try my best.
Now, obviously you've done this fight now. Who do you have in your sights next?
Anyone can get it. If they want me to drop 20 kilograms, I'll do it. If Deji wants it, I'll fight him, man.
Oh, okay. And so, Papi, what are you gonna do to celebrate?
Probably eat Jollibee or some KFC. Yeah. Yeah, Jollibee. I'll go with Jollibee. Proud to be Pinoy, man. Where's my Filipino at? Yeah! Let's go! That's it.
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna rest now, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, you gotta keep my camera mic on.
So guys, he said he let himself do the talking in the ring, and that was the point he made. He said nothing else mattered. But look at this, the footwork, the technique, the expertise. No wonder he's so happy.
Without a doubt. I mean, when you execute a plan exactly how you calculated it, it's a phenomenal feeling. And I think, you know, he delivered beyond anything that we were all expecting. And by calling out Deji to finish, interesting. Like, this guy's got the personality to compete with a guy like Deji. I mean, I'd like to see it.
Listen, after a performance like that, he can say anything he wants at this point. He might reevaluate tomorrow for tomorrow's interviews, but for tonight, he can say what he wants. Brilliant performance.
And he just leapt off the cuff and said, I can drop 20K if I need to. The world's his oyster if he does this. He was saying, I'll do what you want.
Wow. I mean, look, with the confidence that he's shown in the ring, it wouldn't surprise me if he's being serious there. So, look, bring on Salt Pappy. I love the guy.
What a performance in this opening preliminary for Salt Pappy.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not long now to our pay-per-view live on Showstar TV, right here from the Oval Arena in Wembley. We are about to begin the countdown. Are you ready? Let's try it out once again. I said, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Count it down with me. Here we go.
Yeah, man. That's...
10, 9, 8, 7. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Showstar Boxing! It's time for the roll call to introduce our Team USA versus Team UK. We begin with Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor and his opponent from the UK, Jay the Mellow Fellow Cucinello. And next up, from the USA, DK Money. And his opponent, Ryan Taylor. From Team USA, Minicon. Versus his opponent, Arms Corleone. Representing Team USA, Vitali, who takes on his opponent, Kristen Hamby. And your co-main event from Team USA, FaZe Temper, takes on his opponent, King Kenny. And finally, your main event this evening, from Team USA, Alex Wasabi, against his opponent from Team UK, Deji. Ladies and gentlemen, to those watching around the world, we are about to switch to our pay-per-view paid content live on Showstar TV. You want to see what's next? Please make sure you subscribe as we are about to begin. We're now on the pay-per-view. And we begin our live pay-per-view right here from the Oval Arena in Wembley with our final preliminary bout